The film opens with two Italian fishermen, Giacomo and Tommaso, riding their boat out into the water at night. The younger fisherman is anxious, since he has heard several tales about sea monsters, and the older fisherman explains him that the rumors are untrue and are meant to keep them away from good fishing spot. The two continue to fish while enjoying some music when all of a sudden a mysterious creature appears and starts stealing everything from their boat. After realizing it to be a sea monster, they attempt to capture it, but it escapes, much to their confusion. Off the coast of Portorosso, Luca, smallest sea monster, leaves underwater with his grandmother as well as his parents Daniela and Lorenzo. Luca assists his mother by working as a fish herder. They swim through the water and return to a grazing field. Luca, bored with his simple life, takes notice of a clock and a joker card that he found on the ocean floor. Luca's mother calls him for lunch, he hides his found treasures, and takes his herd home. His mom, Daniela, is highly protective of him and warns him of being caught by anyone from the surface, while his father, Lorenzo, is slightly inattentive and distracted. While having a meal with his family, his grandmother openly discusses her adventures on the surface in the past and seems supportive of Luca wanting to get out, and informs him that there is human settlement nearby. Daniela shuts down the talk of the surface and tells him to never go near it, and he leaves to get back to work. Luca comes across a trail of more human objects. As he approaches it, a figure in a diving suit goes near Luca. Thinking it's a human, he tries to hide but ends up cornering on the rocks. The figure pulls off their helmet to reveal sea monster named Alberto, who had been collecting the items to begin with and taking them back to his hideout on the surface. Luca is shocked as Alberto exits the sea and stands on the seashore of the island. Alberto has changed and now looks like a human boy. Alberto pulls Luca out of the water. As he dries off, Luca also transforms into a human boy. Scared but amazed, Luca returns to the ocean. That night, Luca cannot stop thinking about going to the surface. The next day in the pasture, he makes a rock statue, a decoy to stand in for him, and leaves his flock as he heads to the surface. Meeting Alberto again, he follows him as they both breach the water and transform into human boys once again. Luca is amazed. Alberto has seen it all before. Alberto coaches Luca as he begins to walk. Alberto takes him to his hideout, a tall abandoned tower, and shows him all the things he has collected, including a poster for a Vespa and Italian scooter. Alberto explains that it is a vehicle that can take you anywhere. Luca becomes entranced with the idea of owning one and traveling the world, and suggests that they take the junk that he has collected to build one. They spend a couple of hours perfecting it before Luca realizes he needs to return home. Luca rushes home and confronted by Daniela for being gone for a long time, but Grandma protects Luca by claiming that she sent him out to get sea cucumbers for her. The following morning, the boys get together to test out their scooter, but while Alberto proceeds to sprint down the ramp, the scooter breaks into a million pieces. He manages to sprint down the ramp with just a few scrapes on the ground before falling into the water. After their first motorcycle is destroyed, the boys spend longer period of time outside the water working to improve their scooter. As they get closer to finishing a new scooter, they have the brilliant idea to go down the hill together while a turtle acts as a support for the ramp, but they almost fall in the rocks. Realizing that their kid is spending more and more time away from home, Luca's parents becoming suspicious and start to follow him, they decide to stop as they observe the boy moving toward the top. When Luca gets home, Daniela and Lorenzo reveal that they know he has been going off to the surface, so they plan to send him off with his senile uncle in the deepest depths of the ocean and keep him away from the surface for the rest of the summer. Luca goes to the island to tell Alberto about his parents' plans to send him to the deep ocean. After a brief discussion, they decided to flee to a nearby town. They get excited and swim to shore. As they walk, Luca was frightened when they see some guys carrying hooks as they pass through. But they walk to a fountain in the town and they see a man arriving with a scooter and decide to go talk to the owner. But a group of kids throw the ball near them and instruct them to kick it back, but as Luca, who has never played football, tries to do that, he ends up kicking and hitting the scooter of Arcali, who is an extremely conceited and snobby man, who is furious that his Vespa was hit, realizing that the ones who hit his Vespa are children. Arcali then starts bullying the boys and tries to push Luca's head in the fountain, almost exposing his true form. But Julia shows up and saves him at the last second and taking the two away from danger. As they leave, Julia mentions that she hates Arcali because he always picks on everyone and taunts her for losing Portorosso Cup, a local triathlon where competitors swim, eat pasta, and cycle through a course through the city. After learning that the grand prize is money, Luca tells Alberto that they can use the money to get a Vespa and fulfill their goal. Seeing that Julia is desperate to defeat Arcali after several losses in a row, Luca had the idea of forming a team and encourages Julia to join them. Giulia agrees to do the swimming segment while Alberto does the eating and Luca rides the bike. Afterward, Luca and Alberto claim that they are runaways and simply want to travel the world. Sympathizing with them, Giulia takes them to her home, where they meet her father, Massimo, a giant, one-armed fisherman. During dinner, Giulia tells her father that they have formed a team and requests money to register. Massimo, however, claims that he hasn't been successful in catching fish recently, so that he won't be able to assist them. However, as they are experts on the aquatic creatures in the area, Alberto and Luca volunteer to assist with the fishing. Meanwhile, Daniela and Lorenzo, learning that Luca has run away, head to the surface to find him. The next morning, Massimo gets the boys to work on his fishing boat, but he's not catching much. Alberto gives the location of a spot where fish typically gather. Following the boys' advice, Massimo is able to fill his boat. After fishing, Giulia, Luca, and Alberto rush to the cup registration desk, only to find Arcali there to taunt them. After Luca compares him to a catfish, Arcali pride is hit and he decides to let the boys enter the competition just so he can rub it in their faces when he wins. Giulia celebrates because Luca stood up to Arcali and they get registered. The team goes back to her home and starts getting ready for the event. Luca tries to ride a bicycle but becomes anxious as he descends a slope and tumbles. While Giulia is practicing swimming, Arcali begins to approach them quickly in an attempt to capsize their boat, but one of his friends abruptly turned the engine to prevent a collision. However, the drift they created caused water to splash over Alberto's face, turning him into a sea monster. While Giulia complains to Arcali, Luca's attempts to cover his friend with the towel but accidentally drops him into the water, making Arcali to see his tail. At the same time, Luca's parents continue to search for him and notice a load of kids are playing football. The ball rolls to Daniela. She kicks the ball back to a kid and accidentally knocks him into the fountain, giving her an idea. She plays football and keeps knocking kids into the fountain as Lorenzo checks them to see if they have turned into sea monster. While approaching the house, Luca sees his parents looking for him at the fountain. That night, he informs Alberto he saw his parents, but Alberto assures Luca they won't find him. When Giulia joins them, Massimo requests Alberto for assistance with some nets. As he walks with him, he feels excluded since Luca and Giulia are becoming closer. Giulia tells Luca that she only lives with her father during the summer, but for the rest of the year, she goes to live with her mother in Genova and attend school. Upon hearing Luca believing that the stars are fish, she takes him to a telescope, and he sees the stars up close and Saturn, which is Giulia's favorite. In her room, Giulia shows her books to Luca, where he falls in love with learning. He becomes more and more eager to attend school, study, and seek out new discoveries, and Giulia allows Luca to keep her astronomy book. Alberto returns and hears about what Luca learned, which he is unimpressed by. He calls Luca for a walk, and the two of them begin walking around the city. He shows him the Vespa they spotted earlier to remind them of their goal, and tells him that it is difficult for them to fit in as sea monsters. At that moment, the boys are then found by Arcali and his minions, as he has become suspicious of the boys. He threatens them and even punches Alberto in the stomach, before saying he wants them out of town. However, Luca grabs the harpoon and threatens to harm them if they don't stop. The group release his friend. Once they escaped, the boys return to Giulia's home, where they sleep safely. 2 days before the triathlon, Lucas goes for training with Alberto and Giulia on his bike. However, as he passes through the square, he spots his parents enjoying themselves by the fountain. In an effort to get away from them, he takes a shortcut that leads him directly to the top of the hill. At the top, Giulia praises him for his performance and he asks Giulia if he may attend school with her, but Alberto interrupts and climbs on the bike, and starts to descend the mountain at full speed, leading them careening through the streets out of control until they ride the bike off a ledge into the ocean. Luca chastises Alberto for disrupting their chance at winning and adds that he is thinking of going to school with Giulia. Alberto tells Luca that no one will accept them because of their sea monster origin. When Giulia finds them, Alberto angrily reveals his true self to her. Giulia's screams alert Arcali and his boys, who attempt to capture him. Luca pretends to also be shocked, saddening Alberto, who flees back into the ocean. Luca goes back to Giulia's house, but when he won't explain things to her, she throws water on him and finds out he is also a sea monster. She is not horrified, but rather concerned that the other people out there might hurt him, since Portorosso is a fish-hunting town. With his dreams ruined, Luca swims back to the island to find that Alberto had wrecked the place. Upon seeing etches in the wall, he asks him what they are for, to which Alberto informs him that his father had left him long ago and never returned. Since then, he had convinced himself that he does not need anyone and tells him to leave him alone. Luca instead tells Alberto that he has inspired him to embrace life and that he will enter the triathlon by himself and win the money to buy the Vespa. The day of the Portorosso Cup arrives. Giulia decides to compete by herself, but Luca shows up and does the same. He wears Alberto's diving suit for the swimming portion as Arcali tries to get Sixio to go faster by dumping olive oil on him. However, in the middle of the race, anchovies get drawn to the oil and begin nibbling all over the boy's body, slowing him down and making him last place. While the competitors are swimming, Luca walks on the ocean floor and finishes the swimming part of the race. They then enter the eating section, where Giulia quickly teaches Luca to eat with a fork. Both manage to finish and get on their bikes. Lorenzo and Daniela try to stop Luca, but he avoids them to finish the race. Finally, he makes it to the top of the hill, but it begins to rain, and he hides under an awning. At that moment, Alberto suddenly arrives with an umbrella to help Luca, but Arcali trips him up, revealing his sea monster form. As everyone proceeds to net him, with Arcali grabbing his harpoon, Luca surmises the courage to ride into the rain and rescues Alberto as they ride down the hill. They then race to the bottom of the hill as Arcali deliberately tries to kill the boys with a harpoon. Giulia rams her bike into his to save her friends, leading to her taking a hard tumble down the hill. The boys cross the finish line but run back to help Giulia up. The townsfolk and Arcali surround Luca and Alberto to kill them, but Massimo stops them. Seeing that they were trying to help Giulia, he tells everyone that the monsters are Luca and Alberto and defends them. He further points out that they won the race, their bikes made it across the finish line, and thus finally defeated Arcali. Everyone gives up hunting the monsters and accepts them. Arcali protests and orders his goons to do something, but Sixio and Guido have had enough of his behavior, so they toss him into the fountain. Daniela and Lorenzo reveal themselves and happily reunite with Luca. Finally, Luca, Alberto, and Giulia win the cup and prize money to purchase the Vespa. Everyone gathers at the Marcuvaldo house to celebrate, where Grandma Peguero also joins them. As Luca and Giulia run off together, Alberto begins to rethink his dream of the Vespa. Luca and Alberto go to the train station as Giulia is set to leave for Genova. Alberto then tells Luca that he sold the Vespa so that he could buy Luca a train ticket so that he can join Giulia at school. Daniela and Lorenzo come out to state that they talked it over with Giulia's parents so that Luca can stay with her and her mom. Although Luca wants Alberto to go, he tells Luca that he is going to stay with Massimo, helping him with work in exchange for a place to stay. The two boys hug each other goodbye, and Luca says farewell to his family as he stands outside the train in his sea monster form. That's all for today. Let me know what you think about this movie in comment section below. Thank you for watching. See you soon.